Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day it is for you. My name is Justin Coolump and that whole host of names. Today we have kind of a different theory for you, something that's been on my mind for a while. And the question originated, who was in the lifeboat? But recently my opinion have changed, and it is Ava is in the lifeboat at the end of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Now, this theory is based off of my other previous theory that Ava is the lost master, and that her body, whenever it was loaded into the lifeboat, was completely covered up. Now, something that I'm going to point out is the way that it's covered up. When we take a look at Larium's dream with Strelitzia, she is wearing a cloak, kind of like the Master of Masters Alushu's. It's just white. But the body in the lifeboat seems to be wrapped up in more of a muslin cloth or a blanket or a sheet, kind of like, I don't know, Ventus. Similar to Ventus's covering is what I'm getting at in Birth by Sleep. The two scenes being so close is to imply that they are both the same person. But not only is Nomura known for misleading players with clever little things like that, this is a common misdirection that's done in visual media. A really great example is in the first Equalizer movie, when the criminals are breaking into Denzel Washington's apartment. You see that both rooms that it's flashing back and forth are blacked out. There's no lights on. And you see them slowly going through it, but you're seeing everything being watched by Denzel's character and by the audience. Until we actually see that he's not in that apartment, we assume that that's the same location. And that's kind of the big thing that's happening here. We see someone wrapped up in a white cloak, put into the lifeboat called the True Dandelion. This is all to imply it's Strelitzia's data that's being wrapped up and sent to the real world. Since we can't see her face or even the hair color, go back and watch it. People are assuming who it is, but I think it's a safe guess to say that it's just a misdirection. It's a big misdirection. Strelitzia, in my opinion, is simply dead. She doesn't need a lifeboat. She has already passed through Kingdom Hearts and gone on to the other side. Sorry for that cough. This gets into the kind of my theory about the light side and the dark side of Kingdom Hearts. But that's a different theory that we've already covered. Kingdom Hearts, and I was having a conversation with some of the folks in a Discord about this. Kingdom Hearts might not be able to cleanse all hearts so easily. Those with very strong hearts or goals might not be able to pass through. They might not be able to be just washed away. So people like Mom or Sora or Strelitzia, because Strelitzia died with a solid goal and she had a strong heart. Kingdom Hearts might not have been able to do it. This is merely speculation and theory crafting, of course, but as they go through, they might be able to keep their physical form and their memories whenever they get to the dark side of Kingdom Hearts, or vice versa. The reality is we don't know who is in the sheet. What we assume is that they were female and referred to as a true dandelion. That means they are most likely at least a dandelion. It is also possible that it wasn't even a dandelion to begin with, and it was all meant to misdirect the player. Now, this is where we get into some of the more interesting stuff about theories like this, is there's a lot of assumptions that people hold to be true with very little evidence because one or two people have said it on the internet. And let me be frank and be upfront about this, that should not be held true. Just because one theory crafter may be popular and has a specific opinion does not mean that opinion is true. Same thing go with their theories. I might be completely wrong about the dual side of Kingdom Hearts, where one side's blessed with magic and one side's not. But I do know writing. I do know how scenes are constructed. And for this very specific moment, Strelitzia does not need a lifeboat to be in here in Quadratum, which is wonderful timing on my part. To be in Quadratum, she doesn't need to be saved from the data world. Her heart has already passed through. So, Mom is already there. Strelitzia arrives here. And then sometime later, we don't know, along comes Sora. That's what we know. At some point, her existence became to this place. And it's very interesting. But getting back to the topic, we need to try to hold ourselves accountable for what we say when it comes to theories like this. Specifically, I might be wrong. More than likely I am. I predicted a lot of things in Kingdom Hearts 3 that just didn't happen. But again, I get back to the writing issue, blah, 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 blah. But with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know the editing is a little bit more simpler, and we're just watching the trailer, the 20th anniversary trailer again. I'm not feeling fantastic this week. I hope you enjoy the theory. Do that YouTube thing if you want to down below. Subscribe, like, comment on the video, and if you dislike it, tell me why. I'm interested in knowing why. With that said, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day it is for you, and may joy be to every last one of you.